Let me talk out things today. Miss Trini? Yes, you Miss Salty. I don't even know where to start with you. All you cry me red high like an arrow. But I love all the accent thoughts, sweet, sweet, sweet. TNT, how me love me con you can't find money to pay for the amount of corruption in the country. Bellies oh bellies, you have the reef, the jungle, the jaguars. But somehow nobody knows where you are on the map. You all need a good marketing plan. Miss Grenada, all is sweet, never mind all the madness, traffic potholes, flooding, and carnival obsession. We is one Caribbean family, but just so you know, never. Grenada still hotter, sweeter, and we give y'all nutmeg to season all day.
Give it up again for contestant number 2, Michaela Hallow, Miss Grenada. At this time, we're going to welcome Miss Guyana, Daronique Nelson, contestant number 3.
Ever read the comment section when a young girl goes missing? It's always the same refrain. She gone with she man, she gone by she man. And it don't matter her age. She could be 11 or 16. The refrain's the same. It don't matter what she was wearing or where she was last seen. All that matter is she out there with she man. But don't it feel strange? How many young girls gone missing nowadays? Whether at school sports or summer camp, real young girls gone missing. And all they have to say is, she in a dangerous situation. But some of these young girls smell like they've been through too much and they can't escape. You talk to them, the last thing on their mind is a relationship. One young girl came to the comment section. I'm missing. My uncle is interfering with me and I'd rather stand in the streets than live in the air. Her mother knows what's happening though. But she still takes the money and goes to get her hair done. It's stupid, uncomfortable. A young girl feels safer in the arms of a stranger than in her own home that screams danger. But when a young boy goes missing, it's always justice, justice for sure. We need to pay attention to the pattern. Where children are, predators whisper. And it's not okay to bet on how many children gone missing nowadays. How much more can we ignore? Rest in peace, Adrian Young. A young light gone too soon. We will remember you, we will honor you, and we will certainly not forget.
Thank you very much, Michaela Haller. Sorry, Darenique Nelson, my apologies, Darenique Nelson. Move on to contestant number 4, and I'm asking you to help me. Welcome on stage from the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda. Welcome on stage, Lenora Robinson. Somebody shout hallelujah. Jehovah God make me a winner. Over that I'm up for the leather. Jehovah God make me a winner. Somebody shout hallelujah. Sugar, my man and every night sugar. Cause Jehovah make me a winner. What else but a winner? Jehovah God be the ruler. And God bless me, will bless him ruler. Yeah, Brendan I be the winner. So I got to come a winner. Jehovah God be the ruler. And God bless me, will bless him ruler. Brendan I be the winner. So I got to come a winner. If you believe and you know, and you really want to show, but you stand up on your feet right now. Somebody shout hallelujah. Jehovah God make me a winner. Over that I'm up for the leather. Jehovah God make me a winner. Somebody shout hallelujah. Some of us are rejoicing, all the people they rejoicing, mama them are happy, papa them are happy, wonder, 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 yeah, my God is a wonder, yeah, wonder, 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 yeah, Jesus is a wonder. My God is good, I need a sweet and strawberry juice. Jehovah God make me a winner. Over there, I'm up for the leather. Jehovah God make me a winner. Somebody shout hallelujah. Oh, take papa you, Jehovah me take papa you. Oh, take papa you, Jehovah me take papa you. Yeah. Oh, take papa you, Jehovah me take papa you. Oh, take papa you, Jehovah me take papa you. If you believe and you know, and you really want to show, but you stand up on your feet right now. Somebody shout. Make me a winner. Over there, I'm up for the leather. Somebody shout hallelujah. Jehovah God make me a winner. Over there, I'm up for the leather. Jehovah God make me a winner. Baba take all the glory. I say receive the glory. All the glory, my own. All the glory, Baba. Baba take all the glory. I say receive the glory. All the glory, my own. All the glory, Baba. Thank you, Antigua and Barbuda, Lenora Robinson. You can't do much better than that. Put your hands together and show some love for our.
She suddenly had a thought about her ancestors on the slave plantations and wondered what life was like for them.
Zani, we are not hearing you. Take the mic, please.
Lord, since morning I'm how you're picking cotton. Not a drop of water to wet me throat. Hunger had me tougher than the sugar cane them. And I think I could hold up much longer now. Dollar what you must. I ain't figured at all. When I cough, something rocking on my chest. I want some bush for them to stop it. Master, I want some water, please.
Go back to your duties.
Master, please. I ain't doing good.
I said.
Sorry, Master. Yes, Master. Dumb noodle. Auntie, I ain't feeling good at all. From we pick with them from the village and have we like all cloths on the big boat to bring we here and walk we like dogs. Them now what dogs so? This not right. It's a Martha. All you sit me on the boat until now we can't see the medicine man. We walk, you kill we. We not walk, you still kill we. All you call we Negro and treat we back cause of we color. We fed up, man.
You, what is this commotion about? I will whip you for this. You slaves will be severely punished for this.
Not me, Master. Please don't beat me. I not do nothing. It's a shanty. Defend yourself, Nancy. You will live till we dead? Them are weak and we, but we wallow in freedom. That's not right, man. Then do it. All they take everything from we, everything. We have nothing else to live for in this place. We people too, we have feelings too, and they will come with me people, them go stop suffer. Mark my words, I mean name a shanty.
The thoughts of slavery left a bitter taste in Zanish's mouth. The slave drivers called it a necessary evil, but she couldn't find any evidence to support that claim. How different would life had been if Christopher Columbus hadn't discovered the Caribbean, or if the Europeans who invaded shortly after treated the indigenous people fairly and gave them honest trade for their labor. There would have been no need to kidnap the Africans. She admired and respected any freedom fighter and thanked God for the day slavery was abolished in 1838. With a racially divided community and one that was heavily fixated on social class and status, life for the Africans after slavery may not have been easy, but at least they were free men. The folklore song, Master Say No Work Today, came to mind.
CW Prescott Primary School is filled with so many talents. Speaking of talents, next up we have contestant number 6, Janaea Yearwood, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. 5 for impact, 5 for execution, and 5 for creativity.
From the heart of Trinidad, a tale unfolds of rhythm and culture, a treasure of gold. Born from oil drums in days of despair, steel pan rolled with resilience rare. Through trials and struggles, a song was refined, a voice for the spirit, the soul redefined. With each strike of the hammer, a story was cast, a rhythm of triumph, a link to the past. Crafted with skill, each note a delight, echoing struggles turned into light. From bamboo sticks to metal's bright gleam, it sings of a people and a dream. Now let the notes speak, a melody grand, as I bring to life the voice of Pan.
When I'm feeling under the weather, this make me feel sweet. Ice the cocoa tea, the sugar, and together we are complete. Darling, keep me up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Keep me up. And you're telling me that you never feel me alone. But you only tell me stay more when you're close. I could never let you go. You're so sugar.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the talented contestants of the Miss Caribbean Cultural Unity, Colors of the Caribbean, a celebration of unity, culture, and heritage. At this time, we have an intermission. I invite you guys to support the kitchen downstairs. Lots of tasty food and drinks on sale, and we will be with you shortly.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. Are we gonna talk till morning? Look, we won't want to see tell them we not leaving. Still the last of our canal, practice in the capital. So I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake it down again. We have a problem with our neighbor. Don't please like I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake it down again. We have a problem with our neighbor. Don't please like now we stay time for it. The job and somebody. Hand up in the air. Madness everywhere. It's in with DNA. Just get to matter. When we on the roadway. Feel like we are way. Tell them freedom in with DNA. When every hand raised, we be one race. It's only one stage. This is the birthplace. Look where we are. Greatest carnival. So magical. It's a blessing from above. How we go down till morning. Look, the moon must be there. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last of Papa Canal is practice in the capital. So I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake it down again. We will fall upon our neighbor. No place like I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake it down again. We will fall upon our neighbor. No place like now we stay time for it. The job and somebody. Hand up in the air. Madness everywhere. It's in with DNA. So jump up, play a mass. Wind up in the band. Free up, live your life. It's time to accept by your life. Boy, I know you. Mashing up in with DNA. Boy, I know you. Winding up in with DNA. Boy, I know you. When we on the roadway, feel like we on the way. Tell them freedom in with DNA. Somebody take me home. Somebody take me home. Somebody take me home. Somebody take me home. So many places in the world. So many beautiful things to see. But none of it compares to home. I'm from paradise, SPG. So from the hills to the mountains, every man, every woman, every child. If you're born to give and see, put your hands up high and let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say, this island is mine. Take a drive to the countryside. Drop the window and feel the vibe. There's no other place I'd rather be busy and by beside. I tell them all the while, we don't have no good or hide. We have wonderful people rich with beautiful smiles. From the hills to the mountains, high, high, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're born to give in, see, put your hands up high. And let me say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Wave and say, wave and say. Hey, things me come from, and I will never sell out my heritage. So if you're looking for me, don't worry, you can find me up in the hills. I'm doing it the fancy way. I wish every day was fancy day. So if you're proud of your country, put up on your hands and say, from the hills to the mountains, high, high, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be fancy, put your hands up high. And let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Wave and say, wave and say. Why? Rattle, City Palace. This island is mine.
Them try to fight me down, but I keep on striving. For them alone, them would have taken life, they would have stopped me from living. Give thanks for life, this life, but this life is worth living. I see success, progress, and some blessing. Cause in my place, no one curse. Cause the blessings right up, right up, right up, right up. In my place, no one curse. Cause the blessings right up, right up. Do something in the air. Some like us, right up there. Treat them like I said, right up there. Hands up, right up there. Put them up, I said, right up there. Success, right up there. Respect, right up there. Love, love, right up there. Do something in the air. Over the years we've been working hard for this life. Sweat in my shirt, tears in my eyes. Because I earn my grind. Oh, they trying to bring me down, but my father make me stronger. And we ain't going under. Cause the race is not for the swift, but those who do it to the end, my friend. Some will smile in front of your face, they love to pretend. I ain't got no time, no time for them. No, they would never see me fall. No, cause in my place, no my curse. Cause the blessings right up, right up, right up, right up. In my place, no my curse. Cause the blessings right up, right up. Do something in the air. Some like us, right up there. Treat them like I said, right up there. Hands up, right up there. Put them up, I said, right up there. Success, right up there. Respect, right up there. Love, love, right up there. Do something in the air. Though the road get rough, tough sometimes. I know the Father always by my side. I know the road get rough, tough sometimes. He's always by my side, yeah. Cause in my place, no one curse. Cause the blessings right up, right up, right up, right up. In my place, no one curse. Cause the blessings right up, right up. Do something in the air. Some like us, right up there. Treat them like I said, right up there. Hands up, right up there. Put them up, I said, right up there. Success, right up there. Respect, right up there. Love, love, right up there. Do something in the air. Love up the man. Hey, hey, oi, hey, oi, oi. For the love of God. Oi, oi, oi. Hey, hey. Music not in deep and now. Stop. give it 10 days of jumping up, 10 days of waving up, 10 days of winding up. Vincy Marshall in non-stop. 10 days of jumping up, 10 days of waving up, 10 days of winding up. Vincy Marshall. The rhythm hit me, I feel it tipsy. If I get nice and I feel like singing. Hands up in the air. Wind up like you don't care. Hands up in the air. Turn up and we don't care. It's man to a bumper, bumper to a fender. Rum and soca, music is the liquor. When I get soca, I get drunk quicker. Rhythm people and liquor, nothing could be sweeter. She vibe, music got me feeling nice. It's a soca affair, plenty woman are popping there. The man them looking nice, bartender mixing right. Music hit me, I fly like kite, so high. The rhythm hit me, I feel it tipsy. The vibe is nice and I feel like singing. Hands up in the air. Wind up like you don't care. Hands up in the air. Turn up and you don't care. It's man to a bumper, bumper to a fender. Rum and soca, music is the liquor. When I hear soca, I get drunk quicker. Rhythm people and liquor, nothing could be sweeter. My oh my, I get shot like tonight. The soca is there, got me high like a ginger beer. The man them looking nice, bartender mixing right. Music hit me, I fly like kite, so high. The rhythm hit me, I feel it tipsy. The vibe is nice and I feel like singing. Hands up in the air. Wind up like you don't care. Hands up in the air. Turn up and we don't care. It's man to a bumper, bumper to a fender. Rum and soca, music is the liquor. When I hear soca, I get drunk quicker. Rhythm people and liquor, nothing could be sweeter. And the sweet I will come just now, eh? The rhythm hit me, I feel it tipsy. The vibe is nice and I feel like singing. Hands up in the air. Wind up like you don't care. Hands up in the air. Turn up and we don't care. It's man to a bumper, bumper to a fender. Rum and soca, music is the liquor. When I hear soca, I get drunk quicker. Rhythm people and liquor, nothing could be sweeter.
I've been patient and I've been waiting. Call me stubborn, but I can get over it. You left and never say goodbye. Those tears I cry now, I can get over it.
So don't you ever let me down again. Yes, I depending on you, so you better come through this time. Please hear my cry, and if I ever let you down, my friend, it was a misunderstanding. So if I took it for granted, don't promise from today I go jump like I never jump, wave like I never wave, wave like I never went before, just to show you I sorry, and I need you. greatest pleasure in my life. Cause when you're nothing but honesty, courage, always where the heart should be. Pretty feathers in disguise, but together we will rise. So don't you ever
Let me down again.
cause I'm depending on you, so you better come through this time. Please hear my cry, and if I ever let you down, my friend, it was a misunderstanding. So if I took it for granted, then I promise I'm today I go jump like I never jump, way like I never went, grind like I never went before, just to show you I sorry, and I need you back in my life. You got people by the truck, emotions running high, we end up in the sky, just running down we high, can't you tell us we sorry, and we need you back in my life, and never gonna let go. Come to me, come to me, come to me, it's a madness that I'm not touch the stage. This make me feel alright. I want to touch the stage.
Promise I won't cry. First time we touch the stage. This make me feel alright. I want to touch the stage, touch the stage.
You know what I'm saying? Skinny fabulous. I love black man. Boom! Cause I will never let you down again.
I'm sorry, tell you I'm sorry.
No blame, say no way. We don't want no matter that. I need a stress reliever. 2 drinks in the hand and a girl in the middle. That's the how we need to find the middle. For the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you find me and my friend and them because we must start before we deserve a party. We deserve it, say we deserve it, yeah we deserve it. Tell all your friends and them, tell all the girls and them, bring all your friends and them, and let's get started. I say, oh yo, all so come and say, take a jump and let me started by the drum, let me started by the drum. Party on the road, it's a party on the road, light it up, bring the shots and light it up. Party on the road, it's a party on the road, got lights in the back, but my candle in the front. Party on the road, it's a party on the road, yeah. Cause everybody on the road, so let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band, people from everywhere, welcome down to the land of the party. We love to party, boy yo yo yo, cause life is to be lived, so we living it, and times is to be given, so we giving it, so don't be late, the truckers them can't wait, we have things to celebrate, I'm telling you, hard work without the smart work, it's now work, we don't want no matter that, I need a little breather, 2 days on the road, and sometime in the middle, like because we need to find the middle, for the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you find me and my friend and them because we must start.
So all those who are downstairs, I hope you can hear me. We are going to resume the show in 2 minutes' time.
them saying, boys, stop living in the past. Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots? Yes, I'm from a place where soca the resounding power. You could feel anytime, any hour, sunshine or shower. You will feel it anywhere you look, and it read like a storybook. I come from when God used to carry it. We used to carry it when the God used to carry it. We used to carry it when the God used to carry it. We used to carry it when the God used to carry it. We used to carry it when I Rima had it, Maturita had it, Santa Rosa had it, Dongaruka had it, Imova had it, Msawa had it, Soparia had it, Lokalova, downtown set up the vibes when West people live from Lincoln, John and they come to head to the playground and to the Lincoln side. Arima and Central to the go and Southside. The traffic on it from your morning down the vibe West Morning have cars parking like a radio. Me drinks bottle down like ruler in a cooler and we chipping up the bus to from Canada. Them time did the gun used to carry it. We used to carry it when the gun used to carry it. We used to carry it and the flag to the carry it. We used to carry it and the cooler to the carry it. We used to carry it when Central had it, Korea had it, Colombia had it, Filipina had it, 500 had it, when Enterprise had it, Cuba had it, in front of our downtown it was a safe space. 30,000 people of different background, confusion, PSA ground shaking like an earthquake. But everyone was fine, it was with hot girl wine. We used to say the downtown massive and the uptown massive with no fences to separate. And it was like a rite of passage when your clothes get damaged, just you start fetting by the gate. Them time did the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it and down we did carry it. We used to carry it when the flag to the carry it. We used to carry it when the bar to the carry it. We used to carry it, had it, and Santa Claus had it. Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living in the past. Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots? Yes, I'm from a place where soca the resounding power. You could feel anytime, any hour, sunshine or shower. You will feel it anywhere you look, and it reads like a storybook. I come from when God used to carry it. We used to carry it when the God used to carry it. We used to carry it when the God used to carry it. We used to carry it when the God used to carry it. We used to carry it when I read.
All right. We are ready to proceedings of this evening's pageant. Miss Caribbean Cultural Colors of the Caribbean, a celebration of unity, culture, and heritage. We'll now have Best Evening Wear, Fit, 5 points, Carriage, 5 points, a total of 10 points for this judged segment. I'll give you the names of all the girls and you will show your love and encouragement by round of applause. Give it up for contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize. Contestant number 2, Michaela Hallow, Miss Grenada. Daronique Nelson, Miss Guyana. Contestant number 4, Lenora Robinson, Miss Antigua and Barbuda. Contestant number 5, Zane Williams, Miss St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And contestant number 6, Shania Yearwood, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. For Best Evening Wear segment, we invite contestant number 1, Miss Kyla. We now invite contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize. Contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin, Miss Benz.
My eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the doors, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all seems
Contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin.
to call me crazy. We can live in a world we deserve. This colors fill my head. Dreams keep me awake. The world could be a vision of the one I see. Your dreams is all it's gotta Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile. And rainy days, we can save ourselves. We can save lost and run away to colors fill my head. The world could be a vision of the one I see.
Now invite contestant number 2, Michaela Hannah, to the stage.
A million dreams for the world. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, so that you'll bring me along to the world you'll see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams to keep me awake. Awake. Think of what the world could be. The vision of the one I see. Million dreams, all it's gotta take. A million dreams for the world you gotta make. For the world you gotta make.
Give it up for contestant number 2, Michaela Hollow, Miss Grenada. We now invite contestant number 3, Darren Nelson, Miss Guyana.
wonder to make you smile.
Give it up for contestant number 3, Darlene Nelson, Miss Guyana. At this time, we invite contestant number 4, Lenora Robinson, Miss Antigua and Barbuda.
For the world you got me. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. You say that you'll bring me along to the world you'll see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. Million dreams, all it's gotta take. Oh, million
Please give it up for contestant number 4, Lenora Robinson, Miss Antigua and Barbuda. Contestant number 5, Janae Williams, Miss St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
million dreams keeping me awake.
Please give it up for contestant number 5, Janae Williams, Miss St. We now invite contestant number 6, Janaya Yearwood, Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I can buy, each one them a smile on a rainy day. They can say, I don't care if the call is crazy.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to give you a final glimpse of the beautiful princesses in their outfits. So we're going to call on them from number 1 all the way down. They would grace the stage. They would take a turn, show you the back, the side. You can have one final glimpse. Then we would have some entertainment, and we call them back for the interview segment. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your turn to put your hands together and show some real love as we reintroduce contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize. She's followed by contestant number 2, all the way from Grenada, Michaela Hallon. Next would be contestant number 3, representing Guyana, Darlene Nelson. Show some love as we introduce contestant number 4, representing Antigua and Barbuda, Lenora Robinson. We move to contestant. We're asking them to stay on stage in their position. Now we are going to introduce Zenny Williams and Vincent and the Grenadines. And number 6, Janaya Yearwood, Trinidad and Tobago.
Started bringing up the past, all the things you love don't last, even though this isn't fair for both of us.
So take a look at what the front of the dresses and the beautiful faces look like. We're going to ask the contestant to take a turn to the left.
Ooh, these might be.
Yes, just turn so they can see that's right. Lovely. Your final look. Look at the beautiful faces. And you take another turn so they can see the back of your dresses. The back, that's right. That's it. You can turn facing the audience for the final look. That's right. Just turn all the way around so they can see you. Wonderful. And at this point, put your hands together for the beautiful 6 contestants. Sorry. And then we are give the final wave to you. Dublin, Miss Belize, to give her final wave to you as she exits. Make some noise, show some love. Followed by Grenada, Michaela Hallon. Michaela Hallon will do her final wave. Darlene Nelson, Miss Guyana. Contestants displaying their evening wear, and I think they all look so beautiful. If you agree, put your hands together and show some love. Alright, I was told that the contestants are well prepared and they are ready for the interview segment. So we have our interviewer with the questions. Okay. We need the mic, yes please. On the stage, yes please.
on. I'm going to give you the judge segment for best interview. Fluency, 5 points. Confidence, 5 points. Content, 5 points. Dictation, 5 points. A total of 20 points. Please allow me to give another shout out to our sponsors, Caress City Store, National Lotteries Authority, Acute Cosmetics, Sports Locker, Diamond Girl, Levi the Trend Store, Beautylicious, Miss Shanika Bascom, Geku, Teachers Credit Union, Smart Tech Electronics. We now invite contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize, back to the stage. Good evening, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize. Good evening, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Good.
Looking lovely this evening. I'm going to ask you your question twice. You will answer after the second time I've read it. All right?
Yes, please.
Indigenous languages are common to most Caribbean islands. What are your views on it? Indigenous languages are common to most Caribbean islands.
I will say that Spanish should be introduced because people from around the country visits, from other countries. Better understanding to what the people are saying.
Thank you very much, Kyla. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's contestant number 1, Kyla Dublin, Miss Belize. We now invite contestant number 2, Michaela Hallow, Miss Grenada, to the stage. Give it up one more time for Michaela Hallow, Miss Grenada. Good evening, Michaela. How are you doing?
Good.
All right. I'm going to read your question to you twice. You will answer after the second time that I've read it. Our islands celebrate a wide variety of cultural activities. Which traditional celebration do you appreciate most and why? Our islands celebrate a wide variety of cultural activities. Which traditional celebration do you appreciate most and why?
Christmas.
And why? Do you want me to read the question for you again? All right. Our islands celebrate a wide variety of cultural activities. Which traditional celebration do you appreciate the most and why? All right, thank you very much, Michaela Hallow. Everyone, give it up for contestant number 2, Michaela Hallow, Miss Grenada. We now invite contestant number 3, Daranique Nelson, Miss Guyana. Daranique, goodies. You will answer the second time after I've read it. The arts are slowly being embraced in our communities today. If you were given the opportunity to introduce one Caribbean art form in the classrooms, which would it be and why? The arts are slowly being embraced in our communities today. If you were given the opportunity to introduce one Caribbean art form in classrooms, which would it be?
Introducing music into the classroom makes the education more exciting because students can connect with their cultural roots and the broader world around them.
Thank you very much, Daranique. Give it up for contestant number 3, Daranique Nelson, Miss Guyana. At this time, we invite Lenora Robinson, Miss Antigua and Barbuda. Good evening, Lenora.
Good evening, Miss Webb.
I'm going to read your questions for you twice, and you're going to answer it after the second time I've read it, all right? There are many tourist attractions in your country. If you receive the opportunity to promote one, which would it be and why? There are many tourist attractions in your country. If you receive the opportunity to promote one, which would it be and why?
The tourist attraction I will promote is Botanical Garden because it's the oldest in the Caribbean.
Thank you very much, Lenora. That's Lenora Robinson, Miss Antigua and Barbuda. We now invite Zane Williams. Good evening, Jenny.
Good evening.
I'm going to read your question to you twice. You will answer after the second time I've read it to you. You were given the opportunity to be Minister of Culture for a day. How would you inspire the youth to embrace their culture? You were given the opportunity.
As Minister of Culture, I would introduce it to the school curriculum and through social media so they can know what is going on with their cultural roots and be a part of their culture, like the Garifuna dance, playing the drums, and so much more.
Thank you very much, Johnny Williams. That's contestant number 5, Johnny Williams, Miss St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We now invite Janaea Yearwood, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening, Miss Yearwood.
Good evening.
I'm going to read your question to you twice. You will answer it after the second time I've asked. The Caribbean is known for its variety of cultural influences. In your opinion, what makes your island unique to the rest of the Caribbean? The Caribbean is known for its variety of cultural influences. In your opinion, what makes your island unique to the rest of the Caribbean?
I think what makes my island unique is its incredible food, like its doubles and its roti from the Indian culture, the kalaloo and the pilau from the African. What makes it so exciting that is people from all around the world come to Trinidad just to try Trini doubles.
Thank you very much, Janaea Yearwood. Give it up for Miss Trinidad and Tobago. Another round of applause for all the ladies. Kyla Dublin, Miss Daronique Nelson, Antigua and Barbuda. 5, Janaea Williams, Miss St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And 6, Janaea Yearwood, Trinidad and Tobago.
So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The 6 beautiful contestants in the interviews. A really good audience. Pageant winner an opportunity to walk the stage for the final time. So help me before we do the crowning to welcome on stage the Lady Miss Cultural Caribbean Princess Samantha. And she does her final walk this evening. I don't wanna lose it. I'm not getting still a chance, and I will take those odds, unbreak the broken, take the actions down, already died, now yeah, pull me out the train, unburn the ashes, I'm not ready to die, now yeah, pull me out, 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 pull me out.
Oh, because I'm down on my knees and I need you to be my God, be my who can unbreak the broken, unset these reckless words. Pull me out the train wreck, unburn the ashes,
Alright, so what we just outfit that Miss Summer was wearing, she wanted to just do a little walk for you, but now it's the real time when we're going to hear about her reign, and she's going to come back on stage. So put your hands together. This time we're going to have Miss Summer final message to you. Put your hands together and show some love for beautiful Summer.
Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. And sometimes the most beautiful part of the journey is taking a chance on something new. Incredible journey, one filled with unforgettable CW Prescott Caribbean Queen. I do so with a heart overwhelming with gratitude, pride, and memories that will last a lifetime. First and foremost, I give all glory and thanks to God. Without Him, thank you for being my rock, my foundation, and my reason to shine. It meant the world to me. You believed in me even when I doubted myself. To my friends from school, your love, laughter, and support kept me grounded. To my incredible teachers, Mrs. Reynolds, Mrs. Hooper, thank you for seeing greatness in me before I even saw it in myself. To my glam team, Auntie Kewana, Mrs. James, Devontae, Jaquan, and Nikaya, you didn't just make me look beautiful, you made me feel powerful. And to my mom, my pageant coach and chaperone, you were my biggest cheerleader. You trained me, believed in me, and made sure that I never gave up. Thank you, Lisa Curtis, for your patience, your grace, and for working so closely with my mom to design a gown that captured everything I am. Bold, elegant photo, every chair. You helped me discover something I didn't know I loved so much. The world of pageantry. To the beautiful, be brave. This pageant isn't just about the crown. It's about finding your voice, your strength, and your beauty. So walk tall. Be reminded that true beauty shines from within. There is no doubt you will carry this title with grace and honor. Although I'm saddened Jamaica isn't representing this year, I know I represented for years to come. Let the best queen win, and may she wear the crown with grace, pride, and boast. As I take this final walk, I do so with an end, with nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, while our judges, they have a very hard task, and while they deliberate to bring us the results, we are going to have a presentation. She's backstage and she said, I want to sing. And we believe in giving children the opportunity. So this could be her moment. SVG has talent. Minetta is going to sing for us.
Trees are green, my flowers too. I see them bloom for me and you. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world indeed. Thank you, Minetta. Keep your eyes on her as she prepares to enter CWP come September. So ladies and gentlemen, this really brings us to the end of competition and performances. I think everybody would have done, especially our princesses, really, really good. So I want you all to put your hands together and give one more big round of applause to all of the 6 contestants in this evening's pageant. They have done well, and the DJ would now entertain us with some music while we wait on the judges to give us their final verdict on the competition.
Do what I want, and I go whine if I feel like, and I go live how I want. Hey, so I go take a little drink, and I go do what I want, and I go whine if I feel like, yeah, and I go live how I want. Because no devices, work hard, be harder, 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 work hard, be harder. So I'm stepping out to a party. Trouble when I link up with my friends and family. Man, everywhere we go, we mash it up. We rip it up, we mash it up. Tell them I feel double and then I feel mash it up. Everybody singing and I say we mash it up. Just mash it up. We rip it up, we mash it up. Tell them I feel double and then I feel mash it up. Everybody singing and I say we mash it up. So I'm gonna take a little break, and I'm gonna do what I want. And I'm gonna wait if I feel like, and I'm gonna live how I want.
Tonight is your night, it's your baby. Do what you like, find out your please, baby. Do what you want to be tonight. Have your way with me tonight. Carry on, baby. Carry on, carry on, baby. Carry on, carry on. Wind it up, wind it up. When I shake it up, I shake it up, I shake it up. Oh, you like that, yeah. Now when you bend it up, you bend it up, you bend it up, you bend it up, I like that, yeah. How when you give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, baby, I like that, yeah. How when you give me a liquor and you put it on the spot, I like that. You have me singing.
Feeling under the water, you just make me feel sweet. Ice the cocoa tea with the sugar, and together we are complete, darling. Keep me up, only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Keep me up, and it's telling me I should be that fire. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel free. Complete, darling. Keep me up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Keep me up. And they telling me I should be that fire alone. And the more they tell me, the more I will let you go. I could never let you go. So she girl, I put me over and see you again. Hold you through the night. When you tell me this food right now. Nobody come down with that touch on the fire. It's a I barely could concentrate up. That sugar rush in my vein. One cup it just make my day. I'm singing when I'm gonna love you. Keep me up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Keep me up. Girl, you are that thing I will never leave you alone. And no matter what they can say, I will let you go. I could never let you go. It's so she girl, I'm coming over and see you again. Holding through the night and dreaming. It's so she for the actions and for the pain. And for the knees if you run the game. So just show me where you come from. Show me where you represent and why. Girl, represent and why. You get out to tell that why. We got them out to tell this time. And represent and why. Girl, represent and why. You get them out to tell that why. We got them out to tell this time. You're telling me you're not touchdown, but you gotta get away, nah, nah, nah. Warm up with the wine, no. Warm up with the wine. You talk a little too much now. This is not the place for you. Them gonna feel my day. Them wasn't there when the heart to fight, when the brain and right, when the brain and right, like it. Because I come from a house and seen it. I put it up one every day. And every time that I feel and I dance in the inside that I'm whining the west side that singing love me. Dancing the inside that I'm whining the west side that. It's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. It's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. a wine on that. She pushing but I'm holding back. She gotta get a wine on that. She look good, it's a natural fact. She gotta get a wine on that.
Only woman knows she's selling. Worky, 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 worky. All of my stuff, all of my bed. Worky, 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 worky. This is all you've been waiting for. Oh, somebody come, squeeze somebody tight. We turn off the light, darling, it's our way tonight. See all the people just a baila. A whole night señorita. To me she just a sing this tune. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. So we just get on and go down the story and the I will stick to my love forever.
boys and girls, our judges have spoken, and that time you have been waiting for is now. So we are at the point where we are going to crown our Miss CWP Caribbean Cultural Unity winner 2025. So at this point, I'm going to call to join me on stage Mrs. King and Mr. King, Principal King, and the mission Mr. Curtis King. They will be making the first sets of presentations, so kindly join me on stage. You arrived at the right time. So we're going to introduce our contestants to come back on stage, and the first two presentations would be Mrs. King would assist us, Principal King, in presenting participation certificate to each of the princesses this evening, and then Mr. King would kindly assist us in presenting gift baskets to the contestants. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together and help me welcome on stage our contestants. And we're starting with contestant number 1, Miss Belize Kyla Dublin. She would be followed by contestant number 2, Michaela Halal, representing Grenada, followed by Daronique Nelson. You're just going to be on stage. You're just entering and lining on stage. Then we do the presentation. Daronique Nelson, Miss Guyana, show them some love as they come. They had a very hard night. Number 4, Lenora Robinson, Miss Antigua and Barbuda. Number 5, Miss Zenny Williams, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And number 6, Janaya Yearwood, Miss Trinidad and Tobago. So now we would present the certificates to the participants, and we are asking kindly, yes, welcome. We are asking kindly Principal King, and we're going to start with the first contestant, Kyla Dublin. So Kyla, if you can step forward and meet our lovely Principal Center, receive your certificates. Thank you. And she waits to collect, we are doing both of them, she waits to collect her gift basket from Minister of Education, Honorable Curtis King. You might need help, your hands are tiny. You can rest them, and somebody can assist her in taking them. Who is the photographer? We need some photos here. They're so beautiful. All right? No? Come back, sweethearts. Smile for the camera. Now it's a certificate time, and we are calling the lovely Michaela Halal, Miss Grenada, to collect her certificate from Principal Mrs. King, followed by her gift basket from Minister Curtis King. Miss Guyana Daronique Nelson is next to receive her certificates, her gift basket, and all of we say thank you to the sponsors for contributing significantly this evening. Nora Robinson to collect her certificate, followed by her gift basket. We then fly to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Zenny Williams, it's your turn to collect your certificate and gift basket. Minister, no, stay there. You're getting your gift now. Don't go without that. Turn around. And last but by no means least, we call on the beautiful Janaya Yearwood, representing Trinidad and Tobago, to collect a certificate followed by her gift basket. Alright, so
now we're going to announce the winner of Miss Congeniality. The winner of Miss Congeniality is... Make some noise for us. So Miss Congeniality goes to Janaya Yearwood, Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
King would assist with the sashing. Just step forward to the front with the sashing and the presentation of the trophy to Miss Congeniality.
You, baby, stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby, never leave, 'cause I believe my love.
We move. Gentlemen, boys and girls, Miss Photogenic, the winner in the CWP Miss Caribbean Cultural Unity 2025 is none other than Janaya Yearwood, representing Trinidad and Tobago.
Just trust.
We're asking Miss Shanika Bascom to join us on stage to assist with the presentation for the next category, and then we would call back our lovely Miss and Mrs. King to assist with the others.
Right up. So the next category is Best Cultural Wear. Best Cultural Wear goes to Janae Williams, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura would take, oh, that's nice. Can I get a hug as well? We move to the best ambassadorial speech. Who do you think won this category? Who? I'm not hearing. Who? judges are very competent and I love them, we love them. So the best ambassadorial speech 2025, none other than St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Williams.
Next up we have Best Talent. To none other than Zane Williams, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So, just as last year, and I love the camaraderie. Should we just give both of them a prize for that? I think so. Alright, so we have a best in evening wear and we have a best evening wear, right? It's two different categories. So the best evening wear, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are flying out and we have just landed in Trinidad and Tobago. Janaya Yearwood, best evening wear.
This time we ask the Minister of Education and National Reconciliation. He will do the presentation of Best in Evening Wear, and that goes to none other than Miss St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Shanae Williams.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the winner of the best interview in the CWP Miss Caribbean Cultural Unity 2025 is none other than, and we are flying out again, but this time we've just landed in Guyana, Bethany Nelson. Smile, you can still smile, you don't look lovely, nothing has changed. So we are down to the overall positions.
We're going to begin with third runner-up. Who do you think it is? You don't know? Okay, let's find out. Third runner-up goes to none other than Miss Antigua and Barbuda, Lenora Robinson.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly, but we're getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the second runner-up category in the just concluded Miss CWP, Miss Caribbean Cultural Unity 2025. And the second runner-up is none other than St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Debbie Williams.
We are now on to first runner-up. And the first runner-up goes to Miss Guyana Dominique Nelson.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Longer, but no, we're going right at it. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss CWP, Miss Caribbean Cultural Unity 2025. Winner is, and we're flying out. The winner is none other than. The winner is none other than Trinidad and Tobago, So we're asking the beautiful summer.
But you must hustle if you want to. It no finish, they won't fight us. With them, they run, them no big catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No come they form say you don't like us. You no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Come on, mind, make you dance like Coco. Stay on to the land of fantasy. What they check if my dad be wrong. But we did us well in the month. Now but they make my dad be wrong. You can't on you dance. Yeah, we did us well in the month. To be hype everybody be wrong. There's no done you dance. Which kind of money you never see before? Cause hello me, tell me. I never take my cake away again. You can't count my days. I just pay my lane. You no get the time for the hate and the brand. And then you come on my money. Make you dance like popcorn. Steady going like popcorn. Steady on my grind, no more yeah, what you want. Telling me, put it down like fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we say a very special thank you to each and every one of you who made this afternoon/evening a resounding success. We thank you, Minister of Education, for sharing this moment with us. Thank you, Mrs. King, Principal. Thank you, contestants. Thank you, judges. Thank you, parents. Thank you, well-wishers. Thank you, the media. Thank you, everyone. And to all of our sponsors, we say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and get home safely.